Good morning, 11th class. Today I'll start with your new chapter. It is your second chapter. It's a structure of atom, or either you can say it's an atomic structure. Although you all are familiar with this name because name structure of atom is same in ninth class also. It was fourth chapter in ninth class, but still here only basic things are same, but other things are totally changed. Means basic things, discovery of electrons, protons, that one is same, but after that so many new things are there. Okay, now the first of all, the structure of atom. I think you know that in this one we will study about all the things about atom, their theories, their fundamental particles and all. you know the first theory previously that are Maharshi or jitne bhi the, they said about Parmanu and Anu, but the first theory was put forward by John Dalton. Okay, he explained properties, or he explained about atoms. And according to Dalton atomic theory, all matter is made up of tiny particles known as atom is indivisible. Okay, that properties of all the atoms are identical in all respect. The same atoms are identical in all respect. Okay, so all these postulates given by Dalton. But later on, after the discovery of electrons, protons and neutron, that theory yeah, that postulates of Dalton was proof wrong, or either you can say some limitations were there. Okay, now atom is classified into fundamental particles. That one is known as electrons, protons and neutrons. So it means now atom is divisible, but under special circumstances, not in normal condition. Okay, so this one is atom is classified into, divided into three fundamental particles. That one is electrons, protons and neutron. Now electron is negatively charged and discovered by J.J. Thomson. Protons are positively charged and that discovered by E. Goldstein. And last one is neutron, no charge, and discovered by James Chadwick. Either it's a Chadwick, both are right. Okay, now this one is regarding to simple thing of their fundamental particle. Now first of all, that one is regarding to discovery of electron. Okay, actually that Michael Faraday, this law again important, that we'll study in 12th class also. That in 12th class we'll study important law. Okay, actually Faraday showed that chemical changes occur when electricity is passed through an electrolyte. Okay, what leads to the discovery of electron, proton and neutron, that was experiments of Faraday's. Okay, Faraday's experiment कर रहे थे बहुत सारे, and they shows कि when we pass electricity through a chemical and then there is a change. So then again scientists, that time William Crook thought, or other scientists also, कि if he pass electricity through liquid, so why we cannot pass electricity through gases. Okay, so in that case, after their discoveries and all, then there is a discovery of electron. So first of all, I'll explain discovery of electron to you. Now just see, this first is, that one is discovery of electron, discovered by J.J. Thomson. But it's not there कि खाली J.J. Thomson ने ही काम किया था. We have other scientists also, because it's not a single work of J.J. Thomson. It's a combined work or combined effort. Okay, in some books it's William Crook is also written, Plucker is also there. Okay, reason is actually first tried regarding to discovery of electron. The first tried was he who tried first to pass electricity through gases. Okay, तो he was William Crook. तो उन्होंने काफ़ी पहले इसमें काम शुरू कर दिया था. बट आफ्टर दैट द मेन वर्क इज ऑफ J.J. Thomson. दैट्स वाई द मेन डिस्कवरर इज J.J. Thomson regarding to electron. But it's not the single work of J.J. Thomson. It's a combined effort. बट जिसने थोड़ा ज़्यादा काम किया तो उसका नाम जरा दे देते हैं. ओके, नाउ जस्ट सी इन दिस वन डिस्कवरी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. ओके, दैट they pass, yeah, simple, he pass electricity. This one is a tube, this one is known as discharge tube, and that's why this experiment is known as discharge tube experiment. Now just see, understand their setup. Okay, this side two electrodes are there, one is, it's a glass wall. Okay, now this is cathode, one side is cathode, another side is anode. Two electrodes, cathode is negatively charged, anode is positively charged, and here this one is to create vacuum, means when you want to create low pressure. Okay, so with the help of this you can create low pressure. Okay, now this one is connected with again it's this one is a battery, okay, through which that high voltage is supplied. Okay, high voltage at very low pressure, because normal pressure there is no movement of electrons and all. Okay, so now in this one, so high voltage at very low pressure, so this one is a general setup, okay, of discovery of electron. Now just see, when J.J. Thomson passed electricity through gases at very low pressure, then what happened in that case? When he passed electricity, so after some time he found that this glass wall started glowing. When he passed electricity of high voltage at very low pressure, yeah, very low pressure, then he again, what was the observation? That this glass wall started glowing. Okay, now question arises, why this glass wall started glowing? Okay, so actually what happened, that when he passed electricity through this side, then some invisible rays, now just see, some invisible rays arises from cathode, some invisible rays arises from cathode, okay, and they are moving towards anode, because opposite charges attract each other. So some rays arises from cathode and they are moving towards anode, and then they strike the glass wall, okay, and then they produce fluorescence. So these invisible rays, you know, we have so many instruments to see all these type of rays. Okay, so these are invisible rays, those who are arises from cathode and moving towards anode and producing fluorescence. Okay, so this one is simple, your experiment when this fluorescence produce. Now after that, to prove that one, this cathode is negatively charged, we have some properties of cathode rays also, because this time it's a cathode rays only, because these rays are arises from cathode. Okay, that's why these rays were named as cathode rays. So how name is electron, या ये negatively charged है, so this one will prove with the help of some properties of cathode rays. Now in this pressure, very low pressure is required. Okay, so what about that pressure? Okay, it's around 10 is to power minus 3 mmHg. Okay, normally it's between minus 2 to minus 4, 10 is to power minus 2 to 10 is to power minus 4. Actually, when you reduce the pressure up to 10 is to power minus 2, then these rays started moving from this to this side, okay, and up to 10 is to power minus 4, this glass wall started glowing. So it's between, you can say it's 10 is to power minus 2 to 10 is to power minus 4. That's why I'm saying it's a 10 is to power minus 3 mmHg. Okay, now in this, with the help of this, some properties of cathode rays. Now just see some properties of cathode rays. Now first of all, see, cathode rays travel in straight line. Okay, with the help of this, you know that cathode rays travel in a straight line. First is the cathode rays travel in a straight line. How to identify that cathode rays are traveling in a straight line? Okay, so for proving that one, okay, what happened, इसके बीच में उन्होंने क्या कर दिया, जो सिंपल से एक डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब एक्सपेरिमेंट था, बीचों बीच इन्होंने एक ओपेक सब्सटेंस रख दिया. यू नो ओपेक सब्सटेंस मीन्स, ओके, जिससे क्या हो सकता है, कोई चीज़ जनरली दोज हु आर नॉट ट्रांसपेरेंट, ओके, तो आर पार हम उसमें से देख नहीं सकते, दैट वन इज बेसिकली ओपेक सब्सटेंस. ओके, नाउ इन दिस केस, तो वन ओपेक सब्सटेंस इफ यू पुट इन बिटवीन cathode and anode, so generally these rays cast shadow. Okay, and you know, okay, only those things cast shadow, okay, those who are traveling in a straight line. Okay, this proves that cathode rays traveling in a straight line. Now second thing is, that one is regarding to these rays themselves are not visible, but their behavior can be observed with the help of certain kinds of material. Okay, means if you saw, that one is they have some kinetic energy also. Okay, how to prove? in this case if you will put some paddle wheel in between, so generally when these cathode rays passing through this, so that wheel is started rotating. It means they have some energy also. Okay, now next thing is that one is cathode. It means that cathode rays producing mechanical effect. Then another one is cathode rays are negatively charged. Simple, that one is cathode rays are negatively, it's a negatively charged. Okay, how to prove that this one is negatively charged? Now in this case, if you will put electrode both the side, this side is also one electrode, this side is also. Okay, now suppose one simple experiment setup is there. Now this one is simple experiment setup. Now if you will put electrode, one side is positive, one side is negative, and when these rays are passing through this, so generally these rays deflected towards which side? Positive side. Now just see, these rays deflected towards this one is deflected towards positive side. This shows what? That one is cathode rays are negatively charged. Okay, same condition. Okay, when you put these cathode rays in magnetic field, you know, south pole and north pole. Okay, so in that case also, that also shows what? That one is cathode rays are negatively charged, because in that case that cathode rays are moving towards opposite pole. Okay, so this shows ki this one is again, and this one is cathode rays are negatively charged. So all these observation leads to the conclusion that cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles, and later on that name given the cathode rays, these rays, okay, name given them electrode. Actually Stoney gave them name electron. Okay, although J.J. Thomson discovered it, but the name electron given by, okay, Stoney. It's a G.J. Stoney. Okay, now in this one, suppose if you will pass these cathode rays, you can take any gas inside. Okay, if you will change the gas, okay, but still there is no change, because this one is again producing fluorescence, so it means there is no effect when you change the material. Okay, now the characteristics of cathode rays do not, it shows what? The characteristics of cathode rays do not depend upon the nature of electrodes and the nature of gas present in the cathode ray tube. You can change it also, still the effect is same. So it shows it does not depend upon the nature of the gas. Okay, this one is regarding to, okay, this one is regarding to discovery of electron. Okay, now one more thing, that one is the important work of J.J. Thomson. Actually J.J. Thomson, he gave charge and mass ratio. That is the important thing. That's why we are saying that electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. तो उन्होंने सबसे पहले हमें क्या दिया था? That one is EM ratio. That one is charge and mass ratio. या simply helped in determination of charge to mass ratio of electron. Okay, that one is equal to this. Now charge you have to learn, that one is 1.76 into 10 is to power 11 coulomb per kg. Okay, this one is for all electron, because electrons are negatively charged and electrons are same, and there is no effect of medium on it. That's why EM ratio is 1.76 into 10 is to power 11. Acha, how to calculate this? That one is not in our syllabus, only we have to learn this value. Okay, now second thing that you have to learn is simple, that is charge on the electron. So what about charge on the electron? Okay, that is equal to 1.6 into 10 is to power minus 19 coulomb. C is coulomb. This value again you have to learn. And another one is, it's a mass of electron. That one is also important. You have to calculate mass of electron. That one is 9.1 into 10 is to power minus 31 kg. Okay, so this one is mass of electron. Okay, thank you.